Tonight, a memorial grows here outside of his building as police tonight are now trying to figure out who beat Mr. Wallace to death and why. Possibly the most disturbing part of all, it was random, unprovoked. The 74-year-old woman doesn't even know the man who threw her that cheap shot, but we've got video of him. Some will be able to come back here and look at this devastation, try and pick up the pieces. Well, that's right, Mike, and the most unsettling part for residents here on the Upper West Side is that this accused rapist is still out there. Today, a special ceremony is planned here at the 9/11 Memorial and Museum to honor those victims. This is going to be a tough day for their families. They love their waterfront views. How could you not, even on a chilly day like this? In fact, if you take a look behind me, you can see some of the boats there. Prosecutors say they expect him to be rearrested for those crimes next week while he remains behind bars. We're live in Lower Manhattan. Anthony Carlo, Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Call this an act of selflessness or really just the instinct of a mother. Tamika Richards left her home with her son Friday night to go buy drinks for a family get-together. Tamika never got to go home, just a short walk away from here. Now her family will not rest until her killer is caught. It's an indescribable pain.
Oh, Jesus!
The cries of a heartbroken family who had their mother ruthlessly ripped away in a hit and run.
My younger sister's gotta grow up without a parent now. Just turn yourself in.
Tamika Richards, a mother of 6, was only 41. She leaves behind a big family, some of whom didn't even get a chance to kiss her goodbye, left with only pictures.
She was amazing. She was a warrior. She was a soldier.
Richards died a hero, her family says, trying to shield one of her sons, 18-year-old Raekwon Parker, from a driver who ended up taking her life and putting him in the hospital.
She would do anything for anybody. She would give you her last. That's the type of person she was.
Police say the driver barreled into the mother and son as they were crossing Mermaid Avenue at West 24th Street on Coney Island just before 9 Friday night. The family says Raekwon doesn't even know his mother is gone yet.
He has to get surgery today. He can't find out right now until he is stable.
This devastated family now committed to getting justice.
I want to know who killed my sister.
I just want to hold him for just a few seconds. Just hold him.
This as they try to make sense of a tragedy. A mother who just became a grandmother, gone too soon.
The more you run, the more you're hurting everybody else. We just want justice for my mother.
Just heart-wrenching to listen to, and everybody is hoping and praying for Raekwon to pull through in that surgery. The family has started a GoFundMe trying to raise money as they make their arrangements, and you can learn more about that by visiting ABC7NY. Well, as for the police search right now, cops are looking for the driver of a red truck last seen fleeing westbound on Mermaid Avenue. We're live on Coney Island. I'm Anthony Carlo, Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Well, that's right, Lauren, and that new video Eyewitness News has obtained is chilling to say the least. It's disturbing when you look at it. At this hour, police are still looking for that gunman, wanted for shooting a man in the face while he was just pumping gas into his vehicle here at this Gulf station. That victim at this hour still fighting for his life. This surveillance video shows the terrifying moment. Police say a gunman opened fire on a man pumping gas. Watch as the customer appears to defend himself by spraying gas back at his attacker as the shooter sprays bullets.
He saw the good opportunity to jump out his car and tussle with the guy. The guy only had the defense of throwing the gas on him, and I guess it escalated from there.
You see the victim appearing to hold his face as he runs for cover in the Gulf Station convenience store. Another camera angle shows him trying to get help inside. The victim's attacker on his heels, as an eyewitness describes.
He was scared. He ran in the store. Luckily, the guy in the store opened the door so he could come in. And the guy, he said he was hiding in the corner. He couldn't even know who was in the gas station, and the guy was looking for him.
Police say the shooting happened at 12:45 this morning at this Gulf station at the corner of Webster Avenue and East 175th Street. The victim's Range Rover left there as part of the crime scene for much of the morning, shocking customers.
I always come here. You know, it could have happened to me. You never know, you know. Right now, I think like I'm scared right now to come back here. Yeah. But I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised to see that.
Workers and customers Eyewitness News spoke with say this area has become a hotspot for violence and crime.
Bad around here. It is bad. Thank God I don't live around here no more. I just gas here because it's cheap and back home.
Certainly scary situation for those customers. Now, again, police are looking for that gunman. We're told that he fled in a white Mercedes-Benz. As for the victim, a 51-year-old man from Brooklyn, he was taken to St. Barnabas Hospital in critical condition, but we're learning now that he has since stabilized and is likely to survive his injuries. Again, police are now investigating this at this hour as an attempted robbery, although it's not clear what, if anything, was taken from the victim. What's also not clear right now is the relationship between the victim and the suspect, if any, but that's all part of this ongoing investigation. We're live in the Mount Hope section of the Bronx. Anthony Carlo, Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Yeah, well, guys, Sheepshead Bay is a boating community. People here, they love their boats. They love their waterfront views. How could you not, even on a chilly day like this? In fact, if you take a look behind me, you can see some of the boats there, but those boats, well, they've seen better days. Those minnows were lost and not found until today. This may look like a search and rescue, but there's no rescuing these sailboats.
We're here to keep people in boating, to make it an affordable hobby, an enjoyment. But there are times where people fall on hard times.
And so do their once active and vibrant vessels, now lost at sea, or in Sheepshead Bay rather, some of which has become a boat graveyard.
We get a lot of storms that come in through here, the wind, the tides, and some boats can fly off the moorings and they'll crash into the bridge or they'll just sink in the middle of the water, and it really ruins the waterfront.
Albert Hassan, a Manhattan Beach resident, first noticed the years-long eyesore.
Right away, we contact the city, and you expect, something to happen, right? This is a high tax-paying neighborhood.
But he says nothing did until now. Divers Friday braving the cold temperatures.
It's cold, but these dry suits keep us warm.
To extract more than 3 algae-covered forgotten boats, thanks to a $55,000 allocation from Councilmember Ina Vernikov.
This is a quality of life issue that people may think, why is this so important? But for people who live here, it really matters.
Especially when it comes to safety and the environment.
Vessels now are fiberglass. It's not a natural occurring substance, obviously, for our native habitats. As those degrade, that leaks chemicals into our waterways.
Well, the Parks Department's Marine Operations goes on to say that these sunken sailboats are not degradable, so they wind up posing hazards for other boaters. Now, as far as the process of actually getting those sailboats out of the water, well, divers, they've got to go down sometimes deeper than 20 feet, dig those boats out, patch them up, and also attach what's called lift bags to them, similar to like an airbag, to help get the sailboats up to the surface before they're hauled away and trashed, all in a day's work. We're live in Sheepshead Bay. I'm Anthony Carlo, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.